Hey, my name is Dan. I used to work at the biggest dealership in the country, and now I teach fine folks like you how not to get fucked when buying a car. Now in this video, we're going to talk about how you go to a car dealership, how average person goes to a car dealership just to look at the car and the tactics, the strategies and tricks and manipulations that the dealership and the salesman will be using on you to sell your car even if you are not there to buy a car. I got inspired to make this video by Kevin Hunt, so just want to say thank you, dude. I did make a little bit of changes, because I felt they were better, easier for me to understand, and I thought, hey, you know what, I'll put a little bit of fucking salt on this beautiful piece of steak. Okay, so whenever you make a decision in your life, like buying a car or going to a gym, you're gonna go through a very simple process. It's called IDPR, irritation, desire, process, resistance. And this is an equation. Irritation multiplied by desire plus process equals resistance. And we're gonna have points here from 1 to 100, okay? Resistance, there's always gonna be some resistance. Let's use an example of you going to a gym and eating healthy, okay? There is resistance. It's, a 100% is there is no way in hell I'm gonna do it, right? 100% of resistance, or zero resistance, I wanna do it so bad, I can't wait, I'm fucking running to the gym right now, right? So there's gonna be some resistance, but it's gonna be from 50 to 100. We can't have 49% of resistance because otherwise, there's less resistance than there is resistance and you would have done it. So there's at least 50. Resistance is starting at 50, always 50 to 100. Okay, makes sense? Irritation, desire, and process, we're going to determine that right now with a gym example. How much are you irritated by your current health situation and by your body? And how much do you hate the situation where you're at right now? Irritation. Desire, how much do you want to improve the situation that you are in or get a new product or whatever, right? Maybe you hate your old couch, you want to get a new couch, right? Desire, and how easy is it for you to do it? The process of getting that thing, whether it's getting a service or a product or doing anything, like mowing lawn, right? You're gonna go with irritation, how much are you irritated by your ugly ass overgrown lawn? Then you're gonna go through desire, how much do I actually want my lawn to look better? And then there's going to be process. What is the process of me mowing the lawn? Is it 130 degrees outside or is it 90 degrees outside? That's going to be difference, right? That's the process that you're going to have to go through. Does my lawnmower work, or am I going to have to spend 45 minutes fixing that thing before I can actually mow my lawn? Again, process. How hard is it to achieve the desired goal, right? So this is what everything that we do in life, this is the process that we go through. Everything, literally, everything. We do it subconsciously. This is not, on a lot of things we do it subconsciously, but because we know and I understand this process, the salesman used this process on you to get you tricked to buy a car. Let's keep this party bus driving. All right, one of the first things that the salesman will ask you as soon as you are on the parking lot, you park your car, you get out, the salesman appears like a fucking ghost out of nowhere. He will ask you, are you working with anybody or have you been here before? The reason that they are asking you this is because they think they actually own you. And I absolutely agree with Kevin on this one. The salesman, the dealership thinks they own you. I mean it. I fucking mean it. You are in their system. Phone number, address, email, name, what car in the car you are looking for, all the interactions. You are their fucking thing. It's called a lead in business. What they see you as is not a real individual, not a human, not a man, not a woman. They see you as a bag of money, walking bag of money. And what they want is to get as much money out of you as they can. That's their only goal. That is the only goal of a dealership, to get as much money away from you as possible by any means necessary. Next, what the salesman will do is they're gonna go through form. I have some notes, like, guys, I'm not a fucking computer. I can't memorize 3 fucking pages of notes, so I'm looking at stuff. Don't tell me that, I don't want to hear it in the fucking comment section. The reason I'm saying this is because I actually read comments. I'm not like other people who have just a fucking YouTube channel just for views, I'm actually doing this because I give a shit. So I read comments. So The reason that salesmen will go through form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation to buy, or why the fuck are you here in the first place, the reason they will go through form is it's a very old sales tactic to make a friend out of you. You're not here to buy a car. You're not here to accomplish a task and move on with your life. They think you're there to make a fucking friend. Hello, my name is Dan. Welcome to Blah Blah Dealership. Now tell me about your family. I just met you, but I want to know about your family so goddamn much. Tell me about your kids, because everybody loves talking about their kids. Tell me about your cousins, because I care about them so much. So freaking much. Next, occupation. Tell me about what you do for a living for two reasons. Number one, so I can size you up. How much of a car can I sell you? That's number one. And number two, I want to know what you hate doing for 40 to 60 hours a week. 60% of people don't like what they're doing. So you know what's the best way for me to make a friend with you? Let's talk about something you hate doing for 40 to 60 hours a fucking week. Let's talk about that, because everybody knows you make a friend by talking about the job that they hate. Let's keep going. Recreation. Now this is fun. Now I know I just met you 45 seconds ago and I asked you about your family and your occupation. You know what else I want to know? I want to know what the fuck you do for fun. I want to know about your hobbies. We're best buddies. We're best buddies. I care about you so goddamn much. Next one, motivation. Why the fuck are you here? Why are you at this place of business to spend money buying a service or a product? And this form is used through pretty much every single sales process that I know of. There's very few sales processes that are 21st century, that are modern, that are designed to streamline things and make sure you get a product service that is right for you as soon as possible without talking about your family, your fucking job, your fucking recreational hobbies, or whatever the hell else. Very few sales processes are set up for 21st century business. Most of them are still using this crap that was written 100 years ago. Next question they're gonna ask you is, what brings you in today? It doesn't matter what you say. I'm here to just screw off on the parking lot. Great. What kind of car are you buying? Oh, you're not buying a car. Let me show you one of the cars that we just got. It is amazing. I know you're not buying a car, but let me show it to you anyways. Listen, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't fucking matter. They will take you to a car before you know it, you're going to be doing a test drive. Next question that they're going to be asking you is going to be, are you trying to hit a monthly payment? Because the salesman is trying to figure out, are you trying to hit a monthly payment or are you buying cash? Makes sense? And shit, 90% of people buy with a fucking financing. So you would think it's a really stupid and obvious question. Fuck, I don't have $45,000 sitting in my bank account, so I'm gonna finance. But the salesman is asking these questions to make you think it's a mental preparation for what's gonna be happening next. Next question that they might ask you is something like this. You know, are you planning to finance the whole thing? Or are you looking to put the checking account on a diet? You know what I mean? Like, how are you paying for this? You know, this is again another question to probe. How are you going to pay for this thing? To get you thinking, how are you going to pay, and get the more ammunition, more ammo, more information for the salesman. Here's another very powerful question that the salesman will ask you. This is very, very powerful. You think this is just a boring question, but this question is a fucking killer. Will you be using this vehicle for recreation, family time, shopping, work, or some other things, or are you just looking to upgrade from your old vehicle? This is not just a question, what are you going to be using this vehicle for? Like, what the fuck is anybody going to use a vehicle for? To drive around. You think this is a dumb question. No, this is not a dumb question. This question is being asked to mentally prepare you, to make you think, to make you visualize what you will be using your new car for. Shopping. He said shopping. You already got a picture of you putting the groceries in a trunk, okay? Family time, recreation, you're going on a new car road trip, you're having all sorts of fun. They are making you visualize the things that you might be doing with the car, with a new car. So this question could be rephrased in a different way, more simply, you know, if we can undress this question and really present it as it is. Let me rephrase this question. Visualize yourself doing something recreational with your family, shopping, or going to work, and you get to drive a new car instead of the old one. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make you visualize you buying a new car. Does that make sense? Okay? They are using a lot of psychological tricks to make you buy a car. That's it. It's very, 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 very simple. And I teach you guys in my training program how to avoid all this crap, how to evade it like a fucking ninja. Before you know it, the car is pulled out, you're in the car, you're driving, the salesman is putting on his gloves, taking out a big bucket of lube, and he's gonna make you feel real good. He'll make you feel real special on that 15-minute test drive. No test drive should be 15 minutes. It should be done without a salesman, and the test drive should be 45 minutes, not 15 minutes. The test drive is for you to get to know the car. How do you feel in it? Not 15 minutes, 45 minutes minimum. An hour, hour and a half. I've been an hour-long test drives. That's how you test drive a fucking car, without a salesman nagging you, probing you for information, okay? When you drive back to the car dealership, you're gonna park the car, not where you got the car from, but in front of the car dealership. Do you know why? Because when you will be inside the freaking dealership, the salesman wants you to see through the big windows the car you just drove. That's why they're parking the car here, not back there, because they want you to mentally remember this car. They want you to be emotionally attached to this car. That's why I have a special freaking program where I teach people how not to fall for these tricks that the dealerships are doing. They're still doing it, and they're gonna keep on doing. Nobody's gonna make them do business any different. Nobody. Us customers, we're the only one. And unfortunately, the majority of customers are not educated. They're not professional car buyers. They're not experts at car buying. That's why I created this whole fucking channel. So I can teach you guys what to watch out and how to do things differently. You want to leave the car dealership. You want to go home. No. The manager or the salesman is going to tell you something like this. I know you're not ready to buy a car, and I wouldn't want to pressure you into making a financial decision that you're not ready to make. But what if I can give you all the information you need to buy a car, and you can go home and think about it overnight? Wouldn't that be great? It's only going to take 5 minutes. I promise you 5 minutes. And the salesman will do this. They will turn around. They will do this motion. Follow me. They will walk into a dealership. They won't even turn around. They're not going to look at you. They're not going to look at you. The salesman will keep going. This is an emotional hook for you to follow them. They told you what to do with their body. They told you what to do with words. Now you're going to be pressured. It's a psychological fucking move. You're going to be pressured to follow them into the car dealership. Another thing they can do is, if you're still standing there, is they will open the door and they will hold the door for you. They could stand there for 35 seconds, 45, 1 minute. They will hold the door 2 minutes, 5 minutes. The first person to move loses. Unless you're moving out, then you win. There's so much sales tactics and psychological pressures and psychological tricks that are being using inside the car dealership. It's insane. For an average person to go in and get themselves the best possible price, it's pretty much impossible. It's impossible. So you're inside the car dealership, and they're gonna give you a four square. Okay, it looks like a big plus sign, and then on quadrant 1, top left, you're gonna have your trade-in. Then on the right side, on the top, you're gonna have the price of the vehicle, because the salesman wants you to know the price of the vehicle. They care about that so much. I'll tell you why. Don't worry about it. And then now on quadrant 3, left side down here, we're gonna have your down payment. Let's say $3,000. Let's say trade-in is $5,000. The vehicle that you are going to sell, trade in $5,000, and the selling price of the vehicle that you are potentially looking to buy is $30,000. Okay, and then at the right bottom corner, you're going to have the monthly payment, and it's going to look something like this. All right, the salesman comes back with a piece of paper, has all your information, and they literally they will do this. They're going to turn it to you. They're going to have a very powerful tool. It's called a pen. Pen is mightier than a sword. They will have a pen. They have a piece of paper. They will put it in front of you, and they will go over some information, something like this. Hey, John, I just want to make sure we get all the information correct. Is this the vehicle that you drove? Yes. Okay. Is this the year? Okay, yeah, it's a brand new car. Okay, this is the trim level. Yes, okay. And it was a black color, correct? Yes, okay. And is this how your name is spelled? Yes, okay. And this is your address? Yes. And the customer is saying yes, 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 yes. Now what the salesman will do is it's called a preparation. Now the individual, the customer has been prepared. He said yes, 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 yes. Well, if you're saying bunch of fucking yeses, what's the next word you're gonna say? Obviously fucking yes. If you're agreeing, the next thing is you're gonna agree. I'm not saying this is true or not. I'm not saying that. I am saying this is the sales tactics that they are using on you right now. This is not something that's left in 17th fucking century with the horse salesman. No, this shit is 100 years old and it's still being used. Still being used. And then the salesman will take his pen like this and he's gonna point it at the monthly payments, not the total price of the car, not the trade-in, not the down payment. He is gonna point at the fucking monthly payment. And then he's gonna say this. Now, which one of these monthly payments works the best for you? Sign and put your initials below. Now, which one of these monthly payments works best for you? Sign and put initials below. And he will hold a pen out so when you grab it, you're ready to sign. Make sense? When you use a pen like this, you're pointing at stuff. When you're giving a pen like this, you want them to take and do something with it, right? When you give a pen to somebody, you don't give a pen like this, most likely, unless you're trying to fucking stab them, right? You give them like this, right? Take it, write it. So you make sense? Okay. So he's going to give it to you like this. He's going to hold it like this. He's not going to say anything. The first person to speaks lose the fucking deal. Now, which one of these monthly payments works the best for you? Sign it and put your initials below. Let's get this thing done today. And he's looking at the numbers. He's not going to look at you like a fucking creep. He's not going to be doing that. He's going to look at the numbers. He wants you to focus on that monthly payment. That's it. 70 to 80% of people that sit down and talk about pricing, buy a car. 50% of the people that come to the dealership and go inside of the fucking building, just stand there, buy a car. 20% of the people that come to the dealership parking lot, buy a car. Now, these are just some of the few tactics. In this video is gonna be like 20 minutes long. Do you really think you're gonna watch one of my videos, 2-3 videos, and out-negotiate a professional salesman? If you think that, I mean, good luck. Do you really think you're gonna watch 3-4 videos of how to negotiate with car salesmen and you're gonna out-negotiate a salesman that's been there for 5 years? A manager that's been there for 10 years, general manager of the store that's been there for God knows how many thousands of years, financing manager that's been there for 10 to 15 to 20 years. You really think you're gonna out-negotiate experts, people that negotiate for 10, 12 hours a day, every single fucking day? You really think you're gonna do that? Good luck. Good fucking luck. That's why I created a course at 60minutecar.com. That's why I created a special training program where I teach people how not to do any of that. How not to go to the car dealership to buy a car. How to buy a car and get the best possible deal in the entire country while saving thousands of dollars. That's why I created a course. You can go out, take the risk. You can spend hours and hundreds of hours watching YouTube videos. Hundreds of hours, hundreds. They still don't go into enough of the depth, enough details. And they don't teach you the methods and tactics that I teach you how to buy a car for the best possible price nationwide and save thousands of dollars while doing it. Huge thank you for watching this video. Click here to subscribe, watch one of those 2 videos, and click the share button below the video. Did you enjoy the video? Did you find it useful? Do you think you're gonna save some money with it? Abso-fucking-lutely you will. Share this video on Facebook with somebody else. This is Dan Strong with 60 Minute Car. I'm signing out and I'll see you in another video.